Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning show with Angel and Tina. We're so excited you're here. Hey, Tina, how you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday.
How many syllables was that?
I know, right?
Yay.
It's from that North Carolina accent.
Oh my gosh, you're so cute. You're so
But
cute.
I'm so excited too because the badass women's event is today and tomorrow. Whoop,
Aren't
whoop.
you excited about that, Roosevelt?
Yeah, I am.
He should be if he can get on there and see 35 gorgeous hot, female powerful women on there, right?
He's like, yeah, as a matter of fact. Roosevelt, thanks for being
Yeah,
here.
absolutely,
How you doing today?
absolutely.
Are you doing good, Roosevelt?
I'm awesome. I'm
You're
awesome.
awesome.
How you ladies doing? It's always good to have three ladies around you. Yeah, so.
Right?
And
Where are you coming
even
from,
better when they're
Roosevelt?
even powerful ladies, powerful. So yeah.
Where are you coming
where are
from,
you?
Roosevelt? Miami, right?
Yes, I'm in Miami downtown.
How's life in Miami?
Oh,
Hot.
life is fabulous, fabulous. Even though it rains, it's been raining a lot, but when the sun shines, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. How about you, Molly? How you doing today?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
We're excited.
Welcome,
you're here.
welcome. Where are you coming from today?
I am in outside of Denver in a town called Parker, Colorado.
Oh, you're
How
close
long have you
to
lived in Parker?
Angel.
Yeah. I've been in Parker for 17 years now. Before that, I was downtown Denver.
Really? Really? We used to live, where did we used to live? Off of Jordan Road.
Yeah.
Off of Jordan Road. Yeah. And there's like this little subdivision, had like 150 houses in it by Oakwood Homes. And it was a brand new development. And yeah, we lived there for a couple of years before we moved here. Jay's sister lives in Parker.
Yeah.
When was that? When did we move out? We moved out when Michael was born. What year was he born? 90.
You're like me. I'm like,
What year? Wait, how old am I? Doesn't that kind of make you upset a little bit that you're like, wait, my kid is how old?
I know.
And how is that possible?
Do you have kids, Molly?
I do. I have an 18-year-old that just graduated from high school. So a little unique, and he's about to head off to CSU. So I'm super excited for that. And then I have a daughter who is going to be a sophomore.
Did you go to Legend or
Ponderosa? We live in the Pinery, so more towards Franktown.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So it's I always do that too. I'm like, oh, I'm 46. My kids are like, no, you're 49. I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Matter now, right? But when you were like 20, you were like, I'm 21.
Yeah.
I used to tell people when I was in my late 20s, because I had 3 kids, and and I'm petite, so that just kind of automatically makes me look younger.
Yeah.
And I used to tell people I was 30 before I was, just so they would take me seriously. And yeah, and now I'm gonna be 50. I'm gonna be 50 in like.
Are you still telling people you're 30? How old are you, Angel? 30.
She looks it. She could go.
Yeah, she does. Good job, Roosevelt. Good
stop.
answer.
But don't you think it's
later,
funny?
Roosevelt.
I think it's ironic that when you're younger, you try to be older, and when you're older, you try to be younger. Is that ironic?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's definitely a thing.
I definitely had my little fake ID when I was 17.
I know my little neighbor girl across the street. She's showing us her fake ID. Well, not across the street. I mean, over in another neighborhood. Roosevelt, do you have kids?
Yes, I have 6 kids. Yeah.
Oh, I'm one of 6.
Yeah, they're all grown except I have 2 younger kids. One's 17, and she's happy. She's a senior now. She can run the school, and one's 11, and he runs around everywhere. So
you have an 11-year-old.
So, yeah.
And then
the other ones are in their 30s and 40s. So I'm still almost.
You're still 30?
29. Still 29.
Go with it.
It's amazing how I have these older kids and I'm still 39.
Right? I remember my son, his birthday just passed, and I was like, how old are you going to be? 21? 22? He goes, and I went, what? He goes, Mom, I'm going to be 26. And I was like, oh, wait, what? And
When
he
did
was
that
like,
happen?
I'm gonna be 26. And I was like, how did that happen? How did that happen? Because
Yeah.
that makes me like, I'm 46 because I
No, we
had it
won't
when
tell.
I was
We
19.
won't tell. We don't tell. Although you had somebody on the show. She had somebody on the show a couple weeks ago that she calls her mom. Like you call her mom.
Christine.
And she's younger than I am. And I was like, I said to Jay, I said, do you think she calls me her grandma? You give everybody like a family name.
It's
Tina.
not like she's my mom's age. Actually, my mom is very, very young. She's 62, I think, 61, 62. So she,
How old is my mom? Well, my mom's gonna be 65 this year.
yeah, so she's pretty young.
Yeah.
She was young when she had me.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just funny because Christine was, I think she's 52 or something like that. And it was just that one incident that I called her mom and she just calls me daughter, but it was just kind of funny. But yeah, it's not that she's that old.
I know, but I did. I was like, I bet you. I think.
But I will start calling you abuela if you want me to.
My grandma.
Uh,
Oh, all right, Molly. How have you been doing? What have you been up to? How's life in Parker?
Life is great. Interesting enough, I worked from home since my son was born. So he's 18 now, since I was pregnant. So 19 years I work from home. I have my company. All my clients are national. I don't even have any clients in Denver. And when they became teenagers, I decided to get this office. And I am so grateful for it during this pandemic because I have a place that I could come to versus working at home. And the reason I got an office was my son, as he became a senior and coming home for lunch and during breaks and things of that nature, my kids during their breaks and their holidays, they felt like prisoners in their own home because I spend my entire day on webinars and teleconferences and things of that nature. For anyone who works from home, you know that even if somebody opens a wrapper upstairs in another room, you can hear it.
Yeah.
So I'm really
God
grateful.
forbid they bring any friends home. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
hey, you can come in, but you have to be quiet because my mom's on a webinar. What is
Yeah.
that?
Yes. So I'm grateful to have my office to get away to.
Where's your office?
It's on Main Street in Parker.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. Parker's a cow town, as you know, but many of our listeners might not know. And when I moved here, there was a grocery store. And I remember when the Home Depot came, everyone was so excited. And I lived in downtown Denver, so it was a total culture shock. And my ex-husband, which interestingly, I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and the girl said, I don't like the term ex-husband. I'm going to call him my husband. I'm like, oh my God, I love that. Because
I've heard that recently too. We've had a couple people.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like,
Now,
oh,
which one is the better term to use though?
husband. I like that.
So
My
what is
husband.
husband? That he used to be your husband?
Yeah.
Was my husband.
Yeah. So yeah, now I'm on Main Street and it's nice. We have a coffee shop, we have restaurants, and I'm in the only office building on Main Street. When I was looking for office space, I was like, holy moly. I mean, the rent here is more expensive than downtown Denver.
We used to, much further down Parker Road, obviously near Parker and 225 is where
Yep.
the radio studio was that I was broadcasting from. And then we had an office at Parker and Yale for like 10 years. We were there. I just closed it 2 years ago, but I loved going to work. I loved going to the office. I felt like everything I needed was there. I like to compartmentalize, like this is my work and this is my home. And
This is where I play.
Yes. But we'd closed it down a couple of years ago when I started traveling, because I actually kept it for a whole extra year thinking I would still go, but it was half an hour from my house. And
Yeah.
I just started working more and more from home. And finally
When you don't have kids at the house, but when you do, you don't hear, when your kids were here a couple weeks ago, we didn't hear them at all.
it's because it's 8:00 in the morning here, Tina.
Yes.
They're sleeping.
But even during the summit and stuff, when they were out there.
Oh, that's true. We did do. Yeah, they've kind of figured it out, right? They're older. They keep to themselves. They know.
Quiet, mom's on the.
Although we did, yeah, you're right. That very first Connect Summit, they were all here, and I had the whole living room. I was like broadcast studio.
Yeah, we didn't hear nothing.
That is true. Oh, Oh, they'll be so proud to know that they,
I had to grab this while you guys are talking. So when my kids were little and they worked from home, and I have all their little Post-it notes, I trained them to hand me Post-it notes when I was on back then it was teleconferences. There were no webinars or anything. And my son, when he was like 3 years old, he'd hand me sticky notes, or he would talk to me in sign language and things like that. And this is my favorite sticky note that he has. He's like, "Are we getting a dog?" And I look at this every single day in his little like first grade handwriting. I'm like, oh
and
my
he's
gosh.
what, 19 now?
18.
18.
So
Yeah.
what was the answer to that, Molly?
Well, and now I have two.
No, I mean, are we getting a dog?
Yeah, now I have two dogs.
Okay. So, hey, sticky notes work. I love sticky notes. They are like one of my most favorite.
Me too.
Office supplies. I was showing yesterday. We were playing show and tell on our desk yesterday.
Sure.
I have this little.
I want that so badly.
It's like the sticky notes.
Oh my God, where'd you get that?
Okay.
It was a gift.
So cute.
Yes.
Roosevelt, you want a purse? You want a sticky note purse?
Blinged out one.
I used to have one that looked like a diamond, like a big jewel diamond, but I gave it away to somebody else. Loved. I'm like, here, take it. Like, this is so you. And then, this was a gift. Somebody else, found this little purse. And
Love
then
it.
I used to also have, Tina, you'd love this. It was a tape dispenser, but it looked like a platform high heel.
I have it.
That's not surprising. Look at all your bling.
I
love
have
your
it.
background.
If you guys could see, because I do my show, my studio is in my bedroom. So if you guys can see my shoe wall, I have a whole shoe wall that all my heels are all displayed, and all my.
You have to take a picture or show us or something.
I will.
A shoe wall and somebody thinks that her flowers behind her look like eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
Yeah, they do. That's
It's kind of
great.
like a cat,
I
you know,
gotta
you
fix
think
it.
about it.
I gotta fix it now.
Okay, so Roosevelt, show and tell. What's on your desk? Show us something on your desk
My desk.
or around you. What do you have close? Like we got Molly's fabulous little Post-it note, which is adorable. A remote
What's it?
control.
Yes, like a man, right? Just like
I was going to say it.
just like a man with a remote control on his desk.
I guess if I'm the girl, like if we're so girly,
I'm gonna be the man.
Be a man.
Remote control. There you go.
I love it. Okay, so who wants to go first? We're going to introduce our fabulous guests, get to know them a little bit better. Do you have a preference?
You're ladies first.
Ladies first.
Oh,
Aw.
Roosevelt, you are such a gentleman.
he has been trained very well.
He is. You're. I don't care what they say about you in downtown.
I don't
Miami.
care
You're a
what
good
they
guy,
say about you,
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. We like you here.
Well, let's meet Molly. Since the late 90s, Molly has coached, consulted, and directed presidents and founders of national organizations and over 400 law firms across in executive level leadership, continuous improvement, and team empowerment initiatives to infiltrate new markets, leverage partner ecosystems, and produce profitability. Molly has over 20 years specific skill set experience in conversation intelligence coaching, team development and empowerment, intrapreneur talent acquisition, Kaizen leadership, root cause analysis, revenue mapping, action-based project management, like all the analytical, like you're smart. These are like some $4 words here, Molly.
$4
$4. Not $5.
Not $5 words, Molly. They're $4.95.
Well, I mean, they're not like, you can't understand them, but they're like, there's some big words. There's some big words here. We're so glad you're here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Okay, so how did you get started? What's your story? What's your background a little bit?
So, I kind of fell into this industry because I'm in such a niche specific industry, coaching and staffing, and serving as a fractional CMO and CEO for law firms. And I only work with small solo law firms. So when I grew up in Buffalo, New York, and when I left in the late 90s and moved here, I was fortunate enough that I had a job in government and city hall, and I could leave and take a year leave of absence. I was 27 years old, single. I had a girlfriend that lived out here, and I said, sure. So we took a road trip, and I came here, got to Denver, and I said, all right, I'll get a job. and applied for a job for a national organization that served estate planning attorneys. And I didn't even know what an estate planning attorney was back then. Took the job and truly just found like my passion. I started as an administrative assistant, and back in the 90s, at that time, coaching was not a street term, and they decided to bring in a coaching program, and coaching attorneys is probably one of the most difficult profession to be in. You know, they would say this, and this is term that they have handed to me. We're trained skeptics. You know, we're trained that in law school to believe nothing. And so we started a coaching program.
Weird, right? Like that's a bizarre thing. Like to have that, because it's like the opposite of everything. Like for building relationships and connecting, like
Right?
you want to trust people, but being
Don't
trained
believe nothing.
not to believe
Well, I
anything.
mean, that's what people have to do now, right? They have to believe nothing. But I'm sitting here listening to her. Don't you wish like you were 27? Well, I mean, you probably won't wish you were 27.
No.
But being 27, having nothing, no care in the world, be like, oh, I'm just going to go to Denver. Yeah, I'm just going to stay here.
Yeah.
How awesome.
Yeah. And it wasn't like hippy dippy like that for me, because I'm a super structured person. I'm one of 6 children, grow up in an Irish Catholic family. I never left my hometown. That decision, I write about it in my first book, that it was the hardest thing that I ever did. And I remember we left Buffalo and we were in Cleveland, and I'm with my girlfriend. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I can't leave my family. I can't leave my roots. And a tremendous amount of fear. And she said to me, pretend like you're on vacation. We're just going on vacation. Let's do our road trip. Let's have fun. And then when you get to Denver, hop on a plane and go back home. And I have taken that mindset, and I teach that to my clients as well, because it's helped me, like, just deal with what's in front of you, one small step at a time. And it gave me that permission to just relax and be like, okay, let's have fun. Then we get to Denver and I have my next meltdown and my next freak out and my next, like, oh my gosh, like, we moved to, and Angel will know this, we moved on Park Avenue, you know, right in the thick of the city. And I came from suburbia and I had no idea. And I was terrified, and we didn't have a car because we just walked to work and walked everywhere. So it was a big culture shock for me. But again, I just kept saying, take it a week at a time, take it a week at a time. And that has served me my entire life.
Are you the oldest?
No, oh no, I am the stereotypical middle child. I'm 4 of 6. I'm the peacekeeper. I'm the helper. I'm the person everyone comes to dump all their junk on, and I'll fix it all.
So you've been working from home, like and having an office, and has the office been open this whole time for you to go to, Molly?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's been, like, we've had people in California, like there's different places where
They
like,
couldn't even go into their office.
Yeah. It's really amazing. I kind of fluctuate. In the beginning, I didn't really come, or I come once a week to get my mail and things of that nature. And it was refreshing to see how it's 3-story building. I don't know how many, probably 100 offices on each floor. And the parking lot was rather full. So it's just interesting to walk through the hall, and it was business as usual. Next to me, the suite next to me is a therapy group. There's probably 5 different therapists in it. And I've seen people coming and going the whole time there.
Wow.
I'm sure they're structuring and being very safe in how they're seeing clients there. But yeah.
Yeah, because we've had several guests that they can't even go to an office like that they have, especially like in San Diego or LA. They can't go anywhere.
even in Texas, where I think that they couldn't get in for a while, and now it's open. But I've been a complete mole during this whole time. I went out yesterday or on Wednesday. Went twice. I am going out tomorrow and on Sunday. So I'm slowly putting myself out
You're
there.
becoming your butterfly and you're flying your wings.
A
Yeah.
little bit.
But how far are you going to fly?
Well, I know she was asking me this morning. I've got an event in Tampa, Florida in about a month that is on the schedule, and chatting with a couple people. It is like the thing. Are you going? Are you going? Are you going? Which doesn't like create confidence, right? The more like I am going, oh, you are? Oh, well, now I don't know. Should I think about it?
Yeah.
Over and over again. Molly, so what exciting projects do you have coming out? Was there anything that started with you during this time that, or big shifts or pivots in your business?
Yeah. This time's been really great. I've been telling people my creativity is off the charts. So a few things. Number one is I launched a new business with a partner of mine called Legal Marketing Flow, where we are going to be working with law firms because the biggest area that they have a black hole is in marketing, and in managing it. So we're going to serve as their fractional CMO. And through that, as I started unraveling that and building that, it became really clear to me that there's so many college kids that are don't have work right now, or kids that are had internships and they have nowhere to go now. Maybe they were leaving their hometown and going to a different state, et cetera. So I started thinking about this. I wrote one Facebook post and started talking about we want your college kids. Like, we want to help them build their resumes. We want to help them learn how to market themselves. If they decide whatever profession they're going to go into, they want to hang their own shingle and start their own business. We're going to give them every skill set that they need to do that. So I created one Facebook post last week, maybe, I don't know, Tuesday, Thursday last week, and I had over 100 people inbox me. And my question was, I want you to tell me why you're the best person for this internship and tell me why I should consider you. And I seriously just sat at my computer in tears at just the depth and just the profound ability of these college age students. So then I got on a Zoom and went back to back to back, gave them each 15 minutes and interviewed them. And I had to like stop it. So right now, next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, we will have 20 interns that are going to start with us, and we're going to start putting them through a program to help our clients, and then also help build an entire system for our business in a digital and social marketing platform. So I'm really excited to give them this opportunity. I'm blown away by today's youth, and just going on each one of these interviews at I just was sitting there with my mouth open of the articulation, their ability to communicate, their clarity, their courage to be, well, why are you doing it that way? Most people are trained, and I talk about this a lot in my blogs, my podcasts, my books, that we're trained to get a job, shut your mouth, collect your paycheck, put your head down, and don't question anything. There's this whole dichotomy of the boss employee, and that's where we kind of coined the term entrepreneur and becoming an entrepreneur in the entrepreneur's world. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm also excited about an Angel. Tina and I talked about this yesterday. You and I are I'm excited to work with you on this. And I can't wait to hire you. But I wrote my first book here, Don't Be a Yes Chick. And it came out 9 years ago. And we got it as a #1 Amazon bestseller. We got on the Jumbotron in Times Square. And when I wrote this book 9 years ago, I had, I was grown up in an Irish Catholic family. Don't ever boast, and don't ever brag about yourself.
Yeah.
And when I was so fearful to share this book and to celebrate this book and things of this nature. And through this pandemic, I think it was last week, the day before we launched an intern on Facebook, the memory came up. Oh, it's your 9-year anniversary of when you launched this book. I'm like, I never really launched that book. Now I'm launching that book.
Oh, that just gave me chills.
I know, right? I told her, I said, oh my God, Angel's going to love it.
It's time now.
It's time.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't celebrate yourself, who's going to?
Yeah.
Who's going to?
We're not taught to celebrate ourselves ever.
Let me tell you, Angel, when I went #1 bestseller, my book, Angel, I kept saying, I'm Tina Torres, whatever. She's like, no, tell them you're #1 bestseller. I was like, okay. And she kept telling me, no, stop right now. You're #1 bestseller. And it's
Oh,
celebrate
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's why you have a publicist that
I know.
can help you.
He said,
right?
I'm
Let
gonna
me
pass
brag
it
on
in to you.
Right? Yes, yes. But it is true. Like people will rarely be more excited about what it is that you're doing than we are. So we have to raise that level and bar to so that they'll come up. But people want to be a part of something bigger, right? They want to be a part of your success. And
Yes.
so as you're sharing your successes, they want to come on board and support you and be a part of it because you inspire others. Tina, you being a bestseller during this time and launching it, there's so many people that are watching you and thinking, well, gosh, if that's what she's doing, like what can I do?
Yes.
And I get several messages about that. You know, oh my God, I can't, you know, it shocks me still to this day, Molly, because I'm like, me?
Yes.
Like me?
Yeah. I
And,
know.
go ahead.
No, I'm good. Go.
It's like a disservice to other people if you don't, because your experience, they can relate and you're helping them. You can help them, so they have to know. So you're serving them just by letting them know that you've done this thing. And then, it's opened up because most people may not have the wherewithal to just express that whatever they went through, the abuse or the crash of the market or something like that, how they felt. Your book, your information, your experience is a godsend to let them open up. And that's what a lot of times what they need to open up, let it go. Otherwise, they're hurting inside and they can't let it go.
Beautiful.
That
You
is
know, I
beautiful.
love that. You guys had Danelle Delgado on here, and went to an event of hers last year. She was coaching me, and I love what she said at that event. To piggyback on what Roosevelt just said, she said, "Who will lose if you don't win?"
Oh, I've heard her say that. Yes.
And I love it. You're so right, Roosevelt. A disservice of, it reminds me of that Miriam Williamson quote of, we're not afraid. Our deepest fear is not of the darkness, it's of our light.
Yes. So, Molly, how do you want people to connect with you?
They can go to my website, hiringandempowering.com. You can join my blog. I blog every Thursday. I've been blogging since 2008, and I launch a new podcast every Tuesday. So you can just opt in and you can receive a lot of our valuable information.
Say that website one more time.
Hiringandempowering.com.
Hiringandempowering.com, right? Those are some good words.
Right?
They're still
Those
$4
are
words.
the $5 word.
Oh, yay.
Right? Goodness. All right. So Jay's teases me all the time because in radio, no dead air, right? You've got to be on, right? There's all of this. And so you just talk. And it's not scripted. You're just talking, and I'm always like mixing my metaphors and messing up my quotes. I'm like, it's just coming at me so fast. So yeah, you got $4 words today instead of $5. I don't know, that $4 bill. It's gonna be big.
I'm sorry.
All right, well, let's get to know Roosevelt a little bit better. Retired Marine Corps veteran. He's a top producing private business funding expert with over 15 years experience helping businesses start, grow, and stay in business through creative capital funding in the insurance and financial service industry. In fact, he's writing a book on it. I love it. Look at all of our fabulous little authors today. Roosevelt, thanks so much for hanging out with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
I love the fact that you said that you're writing the book on it.
Yeah, tell us about your book, that what's going to be included in that.
Well, it's going to be, the primary thing is going to be included the 5 things that new business owners and business owners are doing to help them fail in business. Okay, so, and then the other 5 ways that will help them, the other 5 things that will change that around. Okay, so I give them the bad and the good so they can grow. Like you got to get rid of the weeds, and then you put the plant in there and put the soil in there. Yeah.
and there are a lot of companies obviously that start and never really get up and off the ground. And so what is the number one thing that you think keeps a business from succeeding, Roosevelt?
Um, well, the number one thing that people need to know when they want to start a business is to know what you want, know your numbers, know what you want, and know, no, don't be afraid to get those things done. Because if I tell you that, okay, well, all right, I want to start a business, blah, blah, well, you're gonna need $50,000. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Or it said, well,
That's just
okay.
for the first 90 days.
Right. In our world, it goes chick. You're like, wait, what?
But if I tell you to, okay, you only need 2,000 to start, and then a little bit beyond that to get up to that point by the time you open your doors, then yeah, it's not so overwhelming. So most people get overwhelmed. And then one of the main things that stops people from starting would be, other than the fact that capital, is their credit. And they would think, oh my God, why is my credit going to affect me if I got this money and I know what I want and I know I want this building, but we all know credit, just like capital, is king, today. So we teach new business owners how to clear that credit, and we have a credit university that teaches people all the things that they can do, will do to help them to clear their credit or to just bring it down. Because most of the time, it's not even that you got bad credit. You just may have to pay off about 1,000, maybe $500 on a credit card, and then that would make you eligible for
Did you say
whatever.
credit university?
Yes, we have a credit university, and there's several things. It teaches you how to clear your credit, how to start it, how to manage your money, and several other things. Just money, period. Because money
Money.
is happiness. It's
Okay,
not.
money, money.
Yeah, that's why they made the song, to make you happy, right? Money is happiness. If you really think about it, the end result of money is only to make you happy. So you buy a car, you don't buy the car, you buy the car so you can get around, and that makes you happy. You don't buy a Toyota, you buy a Mercedes because you want the prestige, and that makes you happy. Or you don't want the Mercedes,
With a little red Lexus
because
convertible.
that's enough. If it's enough. So you use money to make you happy. You buy the things that make you happy. And so we teach how to manage that. And we teach people, if you get a lot of money, how to manage that, because statistically, most of the lottery multimillionaire winners, within the next first 3 to 5 years, they're broke again.
Right. Like almost in a worse place than when they
Right.
started. Yeah. Right.
Right.
And it's that is mind blowing, but you're right. We weren't taught, they don't teach this in school. They don't
The
teach this
mindset.
even in running a business and starting a business, right? How to manage your money, how much it takes, how to, even what all of that means. This is a really brilliant concept, Roosevelt. And I think when you know about money, who did we have? Susie Carter, right? Like, if you don't know anything about money, right, how are you going to grow it? How are you going to manage it? And so learning about money, almost like Molly said, we were taught to boast and to brag. We also weren't taught about how to manage money, let alone create wealth, right?
I don't know about you, but in high school, I wasn't taught nothing except for to government and economics. I think that's what I was taught. I don't even think I was taught how to balance a checkbook or pay bills or create a budget or to save money. I didn't know what any of that meant.
No. So how long is Credit University? Is it a 4-year?
It's at your own pace.
An 8-year plus a 2-year internship.
It's at your own pace, because everybody's different. Everybody needs something different. So the first part is standard basics, and then everything else is what you need. Like if you need more credit.
Almost like
uh,
how old do you have to be to go to credit university? I mean, can you be like 16 when you first get a job? I mean, I'm thinking this is something you're like, as soon as you start having a job, you could
Yeah.
start going through it. But at any point, right? Always good to know more about money.
Right.
Yes.
Well, my son is doing it right now because he's
He's
11.
11.
Hmm.
She's resistant and she just likes to spend my money, but so she definitely needs it because
Oh, my 18-year-old. I'm sending him to you.
Right. And then they're gonna bring you a sticky note, Roosevelt. Are we getting a dog?
Can I have $5?
Not 5, 4, Tina.
$4.
and we also
Yeah,
have
$4 bill.
investment portions in there, so it teaches you how to manage and grow your money. So we nothing against banks, but banks they're not designed to help you grow your money. They're there so you can put your money in there and it grows for them. So all my banker friends out there, so don't hate.
Like,
Not hating on you.
There's
But,
so many businesses
so-
out there, Roosevelt, that are in need of money and funding. What do you suggest that they do?
Call me. Contact me.
Mic drop.
Contact me. But mainly is to first and foremost just calm down. It's not the end of the world. It's all things come to an end. The sun goes down, the moon goes up, and the sun comes out again, right?
Mhm.
Doing anything, there's a beginning and an end. So the first thing I would say is calm down, relax, and think about what it is that you need. And then when you find out what you need, find out how much it's going to cost to get it, and then seek the sources that you're going to need it from. But me primarily, or my group, I have 50 agents that work with me, and we're all here, especially since Corona, this pandemic started. We changed our business model to focus more on small and medium-sized businesses and startups to help them get the funding that they need, because we know they didn't get $1 billion. They didn't get any of that, most of it. And so we're here to help them get back. And so just seek out, go to the bank, or if you got credit problems like the rent and all your vendors and things like that, just talk to them. Ask them for, time, reductions and things like that to get back on your feet. And they are doing it. They're doing it, because if they don't do it now, they're going to pay for it later because they're not helping you out now. So talk to your bank, talk to your mortgage broker, talk to your vendors and things like that, and just get that communications in line. And that should keep things, steady until this is over. And then you can call me.
I love that.
Call you. How do you want us to connect with you, Roosevelt?
Uh,
Or sign up for Credit University?
right. Well, you can text me at Fund Me. Just text Fund Me, like FUNDME, Fund Me at 26786.
Fund me.
Fund Me.
2786. Yes.
Right.
I
And
love it.
what you'll get, you'll get not only will you get the link, but you'll get a 15-minute free consultation with me, and we could talk about where you are, and what do you feel you need, and then I can probably direct you to our program. Okay.
Well, I think that the Credit University thing is just brilliant.
Right?
Mhm.
Right? I think it's absolutely brilliant. And
I would have definitely gone through that at well, maybe not at 18. But after I had kids, and then I like grew up, I would have been like, you know what?
yeah, we did Financial Peace University. They
Yeah.
ran it through our church. My husband and I actually were facilitators of that for a while. And so we taught, so our kids kind of learned some of those things, but it's very, it's very high, like just high level, like surface top, whatever. Right. And it's really focused on the debt piece, right? Getting
Yes.
out of debt, but there's so much more to money than just
Getting
being
out of debt. Yeah, most definitely. I love the Credit University too. And actually the two of you guys could probably do some collaboration since you're working with those college age
students.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah, that would
Yes.
be great. That would be
Right? What
great.
a great, yeah, because you both could be serving that same clientele, right? Helping them get under their feet. So
Yeah, most definitely.
Well,
fabulous.
we're also looking at but seeing being that the unemployment rate is so high, we're also looking for more brokers to help them get into the financial industry to help us to resolve this issue. And at the same time, they're making money, they're making an impact on society. They're not just kicking around. And they may see that this may be something they want to do, but it will help them out until they figure it out. And then when they go to Molly and they'll work on all those other great things that she's working on. But
I love it.
but the Credit University, it's a program. So it's a program that anybody who want to get a good start in the financial area or basically in their life, because life is all about money, and the credit card companies will come after you with all these free cards, and you would definitely say, "Oh, I got this money.
I got all this money. I got all this money.
Yeah. And then at the end of the month, they're looking for their money back. But yeah.
So
And-
Roosevelt, what are you most looking
Please.
forward to in the next couple of months?
I'm sorry.
What are you most looking forward to in the next couple of months?
Next time, first of all, coming out with my book. Hopefully it should be ready for publication in August. And making sure that we have helped at least 150 businesses in this area, at least, to get back on their feet and get the economy pumping again, So that's
Oh, that's
what I want to get the
nice.
economy pumping
Yeah.
again.
That sounds fabulous.
There
sounds
was no selfishness in there at all. I would have been like, I want to travel again.
And he's like, he's gonna go out and serve people, Tina.
Yeah, and that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, all that'll come if you help enough people get what they want, your stuff will come. Like,
Right.
It's kind of like Charles Schwindel said that 90% of life is based on what happens to you, and 10% is how you respond.
Yep.
So owner was that 90%, and so I'm kicking in my 10% to help it, us get back on track. So yeah.
All right. Well, I know I'm constantly looking at the calendar, trying to figure out like, when do we go back out? What's this next? 'Cause I'm like Molly, like I like everything planned and buttoned up, and I like to know stuff. I like to know where I'm going. I just like to be in a little bit of control. I'm not a control freak. I like my routine. Oh, stop.
I saw that.
I think we both have a little bit of control freakness in us because
Well, I guess you'd have to have some,
Yeah.
that to be an entrepreneur,
Just a
right?
little
you
bit.
have to have that calendar. You have to have things going, you got to. And if you're doing like hosting events like you and I are,
Yeah.
you have to have that stuff going on.
Plan ahead, right? These things don't
Yeah.
just happen, right?
Yeah.
You plan your success, right? So yeah, I've got my wall calendar. Of course, you guys all know it's just been crossed out. And
Did Jay buy you a new wall calendar yet?
no, because we haven't, it doesn't, you have been out. Did you buy me one?
No. No, don't have one.
No, not yet.
Oh, he
Not
said
yet.
not yet. I need that wall calendar link. I was looking on those. I need a wall calendar so I can look over there too.
I know. Yeah, it's on this wall. So I have like a picture of what's going on. And yeah, so it's in a month. It's in Tampa, Florida, trying to figure out. So and we have the speakers that are ready and lined up to it. But I'm like, is anybody gonna come? Right?
Yeah, right? That's what I'm thinking. Is anybody gonna come?
Do people want to attend? Do you want to? I mean, are you anxious to attend as an attendee? Are you anxious
Yeah.
to go out and attend events right now?
Yes.
You
Yeah,
are?
I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
I would definitely go just
Oh,
an
yes.
excuse to get out and get a.
All right,
Yes,
I
yes.
needed
I
a
would go
poll.
to a virtual event.
This is my straw poll, right? I just need like, who's gonna come? Right?
Right?
Oh, you'd be surprised. I think
Yeah.
people are ready.
Really?
Entrepreneurs, it depends who you have in the crowd, but I would say by and large, what I'm hearing from people, I interviewed someone on my podcast yesterday, Andy Horning from the Hoffman Institute, which I think you should interview him. He's phenomenal. Make an introduction, but he's like, we're all chomping at the bit. We're ready to feed our minds. Virtual has been great. It's been amazing, but there is nothing like being in the room.
That
There
is
is
true.
nothing like that one-on-one
is true.
connection.
Yeah.
However, those virtual summits, I think they're here to stay.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I think they're here to stay. So I think we're gonna have a good mixture.
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, that was helpful, right, to hear, because everybody, I'm like, I know the speakers like are anxious, but are the attendees anxious to come? And that was part of why we put together the Connect Summit, was a place because the audience, right, that all their events got canceled too, right? These events, things they were going to learn, people they were going to associate with, network with, and have access to, not just the speakers lost the events, but the people attending. And so the Connect Summit was designed really to be able to bring.
You know,
to bring
Angel,
those
it
people
actually
together.
was designed at the Tampa airport.
Oh,
Wow.
I called you from the Tampa airport when I was waiting on my flight.
Is that where you were?
Mhm.
She's like, Angel, fix this.
I'm like, Angel, I have 7 things, 8, 9. And like if they were going down by like the minute. And she was like, I know. I said, let's create a virtual summit. She's like, okay. And within 3 hours, we announced it. And within 12 hours, 28 speakers fully stocked. And 10 days later, we had our first Connect virtual summit with 28 speakers and over 1,400 attendees.
Yeah,
Mm.
we've got, so June 23rd, our 5th Connect Summit.
From
We are
12
now
to
doing
6
them just once a
Eastern.
month.
We are going to announce. We're going to
Yeah,
announce.
we could. We could. 'Cause yeah, she committed. So we've been chatting with Sharon Lechter about being our keynote for our June 23rd summit, but she was going to be at her ranch and she doesn't have any internet. So then we thought, well, maybe she could pre-record her session. We've always done it live. The Connect Summit is always live, but for Sharon Lechter, right? Exception. And I just found out yesterday that she is going to come into town so that she can participate live in our Connect Summit. So she is our keynote speaker.
Sharon Lechter is our keynote for our June 23rd Connect Summit 5.
Our 5th one, right? Les Brown was.
Yeah, last month we had Les Brown.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. So we already have the full lineup for the July event, and we've already got 2 people on the list for our August speakers. So I mean, it's just taken on a life of its own.
It is, right?
And so it is.
And then maybe, perhaps, in September we might have a live one in Denver.
We might do live in Denver.
We might do a 5-day Rainmaker boot camp connects. Oh
just
my
come, like just move in, right? Just camp out, right? Just camp out.
I'll
We'll
be there for like a week with you, and we'll be like,
yeah, we'll just go back to back to back to back, and we'll just, it'll be our like Lollapalooza or something.
Right? Our 5-day Coachella.
Yes. Yes. Do my own little Burning Man thing in the backyard, right? We'll have it. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. What time is it? It's almost time to go. Yeah, so Connect Summit, June 23rd. We'll post the link. Sharon Lechter is confirmed as our keynote speaker for that. We are so excited. The Badass Women event starts in
right now,
minutes or in an hour now.
It starts. I think it started at 10.
Okay, it's the time zone thing. Totally messes me up.
It does. It does me too.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking tomorrow, even though I love to be on the thing all day today. But I'm speaking tomorrow. You've already pre-recorded yours, right? Or no?
Shh.
Put it back. Nobody heard that.
Yeah, I tend to double book because of the time zone thing.
Actually, you tend to triple book.
Zip, 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 zip. Yeah. So Tina,
I can take you at 4, and then my friend goes, "I'm speaking to her at 4," and I'm like, "What?" like at 4 our time? And she's like, yeah. And then I can't speak to you at 4 because I'm doing this event. I said, but you have me and her at the same time.
Yeah, my husband used to have all the clocks. My husband had like all the time zone clocks on my desk, but now they had to go away because there's too much stuff on the desk. Now I've got multiple screens. I've got this new little handy dandy little thing that I just push a button. And
Yeah, she was like, Tina, look at my thing. I'm like, I can't look. Your screen
and
doesn't do 360.
and it's too little. It's too short of a cord. Anyways, it is Friday. Thank you so much, all of you, for hanging out with us. We've had, I can't believe how long the morning show has continued, because it was only supposed to be for the 2 or 3 weeks during the pandemic. But we are now working with Zondra TV Network. We're going to be streaming the morning show on all these digital streaming
channels,
outlets.
Apple TV and Hulu and Roku, and we're big time now, girl.
Oh, congratulations.
We
How
already have
amazing.
the rest of the guests for the rest of June, like completely filled.
At some point, we're going to go to just one day a week. But we have to get all the speakers in and all of our guests in. And so there's too many to shut it down. So, but we will. We're going to eventually just be the bright start to your
Monday
week,
morning.
your Monday morning. Maybe starting in July. So we'll
Like,
keep you
maybe.
guys. We'll keep you guys
We
posted.
have so much fun doing this. Like you were just telling your mother-in-law last night that we do it every single morning, and she's like, "Oh my God, wow!"
Yeah.
It's a fun thing. We get text messages if we can't go live. We get text messages. Where are you? Where are you? I need my Angel and Tina fix.
Any big plans for the weekend?
Just my badass women's event, baby.
Badass Women event all day today and tomorrow. How about you, Molly? Any plans for the weekend?
I am actually going boating with my kids. Yeah, we bought an old pontoon boat a couple of years ago. So it's been great.
Is
Where are
the
you
weather nice over there?
Oh, it's beautiful. Our favorite place to go is Horsetooth Reservoir in Fort Collins.
in Fort Collins? Yeah.
Mhm.
I lived in Fort Collins for a little while. Yeah, it is beautiful. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
I love
today.
it there.
It's gonna be a beautiful weekend.
Does
What
it
about you,
snow there
Roosevelt?
too,
What do you
like
do?
it does in Denver? Does it snow
Oh.
a lot in Park like it does in Denver? Is that a snow place? I mean, a ski resort like place?
No, not a ski resort. But there's still snow in the mountains too. It's crazy.
It just snowed. It just
I
snowed.
saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, my husband was wanting to bike ride up Mount Evans, but it's too snowy, so it's too early to do it. So,
Wow.
yeah, he
Well, just a couple weeks ago, it was
rode
snowing at your
63
house.
miles the other day on his bicycle.
I seen that.
Mhm.
I was like, look at him in his cute little biker shorts.
Oh, he does have cute little biker shorts.
Ah,
Look at her.
How about you, Roosevelt? What you doing this weekend?
I'm just gonna be working. I'm working. I got a training session for 20 of my new agents, and then I'm gonna be behind the scenes at the Badass Women's event. Yeah, because I know there's a lot of badass women in there, so I can't be seen at all.
oh,
We are so excited. It's the men, right? It's the men that support. Like, even when we did the Assets Are Sexy, right? It was designed for women and a few good men, right? Like the men who support, the men who champion for women are so valuable. Roosevelt, you've just been such a great advocate and a great supporter, and we just appreciate you so much. So thank you.
Yes.
Well, James Brown said it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl, right? It's a man's world, but it wouldn't be anything without a woman or a girl. So I believe that. 11 Sisters taught me that.
oh,
Sisters.
wow.
Sisters.
You
Wow.
just do that big family thing. That is so cute. That is
Right?
so
I love
cute.
it.
Well, check out badasswomenevents.com, right? It's Badass Women Events.
Badass
Events.
Women's Summit.
Oh shoot, I think it's just Badass Events.
Oh,
we'll-
you guys are
We'll
cute.
post
I forgot. We'll post the link.
We'll post the link and get you guys all plugged in, but it's happening all day today and tomorrow. Ginny Trask and Kimberly Hobshed have put that together, and they are just amazing rock stars, teaching like even the power of virtual events and
It's gonna
putting
be on the
together.
summit too.
They just have incredible tools and resources. Ginny is a speaker on the Connect 5 Summit. So she'll be there. She doesn't know it yet, but she's going to be our kickoff speaker to kick off the event, which I should tell her.
Tell her. Yeah, I think we should tell her.
Well, if you want more media exposure, you've got a book, a brand, or a business that you're looking for more media publicity, download your complimentary gift at makeyourbigimpact.com. That's makeyourbigimpact.com. We're going to walk you through baby step, how to get started, how to get publicity, how to get booked on what we call OPP, other people's platforms, TV, radio, magazines, summits, webinars, leveraging the power of press releases and publicity. And I can't wait to help you get started. That's makeyourbigimpact.com.
Well, you just got a new client today, so that's good.
I know, Molly.
I'm Tina Torres, your client retention expert, helping you create clients for a lifetime, turn those clients into raving referral partners and fans, and increasing your cash flow all at the same time. And you can text the word connection to 26786 to get your 7 free ways to increase your cash flow. And today at 1 o'clock, I am hosting a free Turn Your Connections into Cash Flow webinar. So I'll post that link in there as well. Come and join me and like 45 of my closest friends. I got a big seminar today going. So Turn Your Connections into Cash Flow. It's actually on Facebook as well, but I'll post the link. We are Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, where we come to you live every weekday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. We're going to bring a bright start to your day. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and have a fantastic weekend.
Bye.
Thank you.